I think playing art is a big league game. I got a lot of comments that art we don't need. There are way more interesting ways. Application of our money. No art needed. Listen, I think, and in the first you cannot reach the price tag of normal, which this art is sold. In the second, you just don't play these games yet. I can't even imagine yet how to explain this system in normal, understandable language. As you see, I saw her, but to master and understand, and so understand, so that it can be spoken and passed on. But before, in my picture of the world, such games were not. And here I am, not sure what to call it. Or is it such a system of sophisticated manipulation, or some high-level game, or such an influence complex, which a person attaches to himself. Difficult outside it sounds and looks. That person is into art. And inside it, well, it seems completely different to me. This is definitely not washing. The grandmothers, how do they write to me in the comments? In short, it's a difficult thing. If you do not understand her, it doesn't exist in your world. Live quietly. But if you started playing this game, then in general, it requires not only money, but also effort. And who needs effort? You do not know how to apply them, and what to expect from this effort. Before parenting put such a pattern that art and culture are necessary. And now capitalism has turned the game around. And that's it. That's all. This game is a super high-level game. I'm just trying to learn how to play it. Saw examples. A little stunned. A gallery of my paintings in the description. Video and profile cap light. My name is Eduard Kichigin. Why turn an apartment into a museum? Filling it with different works of art. Maybe not necessary, but you know the different twists of these plots. Saw I. And when I come to visit, a person tells me something. Tells me about what he loves, about what he appreciates, about what he respects and what he associates himself with. If a person shows you, tells, and is associated with an expensive computer, with means of production, but this is such a self. If shows a set for a tea ceremony, this is already more interesting, and you celebrate like that. Well, man, tea lover. Yes, what an awesome feature. A person from their personal characteristics. Earn myself a lifelong love for tea and tea aesthetics. Go crazy. Do you really want to be associated with your guests like this? You can talk about cars. People turn their lives into a love of typewriters. But is your personality accurate? Described by TTH parameters. All the way humanity. People presented themselves in a different way. Absolutely reliable. Very cool. And the best available to mankind. Way. Showing off art supplies. Which people own. Art supplies. This is where you can go beyond. Cultures. Consumption. That's where you can. Imagine being like a human. Not as part of the crowd. Part of the people. No matter what you have outside. But if there's art inside you, that's a very high-level self-presentation. And my paintings are about the most expensive. The most eternal is the best. In the world, ancient cities of our planet. The most important in these cities. Historical centers, and a look at them with people's point of view. Who created these historical centers? I think there is no level cooler in self-presentation. See the gallery of my paintings in the description, video, and in the... My name is Eduard Kichigin. Unfair fight. Wrestling is not equal. Is that okay? We often get in this situation that those with whom we fight much stronger than us. We may not have so many resources. We may not have so much effort and time. How many do they have? But also the one in the field is a warrior. If it is much needed. I saw it by example. Our little architectural and landscape studio in Pesaro. When they easily moved towards the big taking monsters. Advantage of what the Lord has given. By force and absolute faith. I was very inspired by such an example. And he did the same. Does it work? This needs to be practiced. On a practice task, it looks like this. As I usually do and show in my videos. If you have a mind and you have a project, you don't need a development team. You don't need visualizers, three-dimensional, SMM designers, photoshoppers. You have enough of a piece of paper and a pen to express your project idea. And if she's cool and smart, if you shaped it in a clever way, taking advantage of your own and others' benefits, then a piece of paper with a sketch will be enough to win the race with who is stronger than you, with those who are bigger than you, with those who are sluggish you, and who has more pride than you. And lessons on my schedule in the description of the video and in the profile cap light. My name is Eduard Kichigin. And don't you go a little crazy? When do you get the first exhibition? When you hear worked? And suddenly a huge number of people come, see and listen. What are you saying? What are you showing? Thankfully, I have quite a lot of experience of various exhibitions, but they all usually didn't touch the drawing. This or architecture, landscape, or some sports competition. So this awesome contest drive, I'm very familiar and love me very much. It is in this state that I feel at home, like fish in water. When are you maximally going to? You're practically as ready as possible. You may be in your best shape at this point in time, and you have an awesome opportunity to show it. And that's where the eyes start burning. Thank the Lord that there have been quite a few situations like this in my life. I'm radically going to increase their number, I think. And you, who watch my video, stop being shy, stop being modest, and stop being stupid. If you do good things, the world needs to see them. Just try in any way possible. Fit into some themed exhibition, competition, or performance. Maybe it will change your life. And see the gallery of my paintings in the description of the video and in the profile cap. My name is Eduard Kichigin. And how much do you think? Is it okay to drop everything and go on a trip? Even if there is not enough loot. Travel is a fucking luxury or need normally. A living person? How much can you fish? How much can you hump? How much can you drag on the commitments made? Maybe right now you need to get on the train or get on the plane. Perhaps only this will bring you order. Only this will let you take a look at your situation. Very interesting moment in travel. You're looking at the whole situation of your life outside. This is very different from that. How you look at your life normally. And here's this. Here's a look outside. It allows you to find such solutions which are unthinkable, which will definitely not occur to you if you're sitting inside the situation. I understood it only then. When I started traveling intensively, only then was I able to set myself goals like this, which me in my little life and in my head could not come. And I also built up such experience there, which I definitely would never get. I sat on my butt, exactly, and seeing them, what people like me do, in other cultures, in other language groups, interacting with them. Only then, I was practically able to drag up my needs level. Before the need to become world famous, I've been moving in this direction for a few years now, and quite the results are. But of this, nothing would happen without my thirst for travel. Gallery of paintings, see in the description of the video and in the profile cap. Like, my name is Eduard Kichigin.